Well, it does seem to me it's very interesting. I mean, the notion that in this particular rather sizable democratic society, Dr. Singer accepts that he is himself perturbed about the implications of introducing voluntary euthanasia. It seems to me that this is quite a commentary on the logic of the euthanasia position. You see, once you part company with the notion that we will not, as a community, tolerate the taking of innocent human life, even by yourself, that this is not something public policy will ever approve. Once you part company with that position, Charlie Krauthammer wrote an interesting essay in Washington a few weeks ago talking about the cloning issue, where he said this isn't a slippery slope, it's downhill skiing. And secondly, if you go to Holland in Europe, which is the world's euthanasia lab, serious suggestion, if you haven't been to Holland and you're interested in these issues, go to Holland and spend a week there and meet the guys. You will discover a situation in which there are no strong economic pressures operating to encourage euthanasia, and yet in which many thousands of people who did not volunteer for euthanasia have been killed. And this is a matter of public record in the government's own research into what has been going on, and in which certain persons have been killed, and their killing has been approved by the courts, who were merely depressed because their lives had gone wrong. You will discover a regime within which the tables have been turned. And to give you one example, friend of mine who is an expert on this situation was interviewing one of the best-known Dutch euthanasia doctors and said to him, what do you do if an elderly person comes to you and asks to have euthanasia, and it's obvious to you they are under pressure from their children to do this, and they don't really want to at all? Now remember, Holland is the high point of autonomy argument for euthanasia. Autonomy, autonomy, autonomy is the case. The doctor replied to my friend, it's a complicated world, I would do it. And here you see autonomy turned precisely on its head. And you see the distinction between so-called voluntary euthanasia and the involuntary euthanasia privatized by the state killing of the Nazis, in effect, elderly people being forced to volunteer for euthanasia. And that's how it'll go.
Let me go.
Sorry, can I just...
I know you want to respond, Dr. Singer.